Okay, so today I wanted to come live. So Mindset Monday, I wanted to come live and talk to you about a question that came in over the weekend. So this is dedicated to my girl Tammy. Hello, Tammy. Thank you for submitting your question. And really appreciate it because I strongly encourage you to submit any questions, any areas that you feel stuck on, because again, I can guess what you might need or what you want to hear, but until I hear it from you, I really have no idea. So what I'm going to do is I am going to read out the question. The topic of today's conversation is, how do I stop the nighttime worry? So the question that came in is, I'm getting stuck in my thoughts in the middle of the night. I'm in a great space during the day, positive, happy, but then I wake up in the middle of the night and I worry about finances and things that I haven't done. Sometimes this keeps me awake for hours. How can I stop this or switch to happy thoughts? Okay, so I wanted to talk and speak on this one because, let us know in the comments if you can relate. Like, how many of you wake up in the middle of the night and you're just worrying about God knows what, and you can't seem to shut it off? You can't seem to get yourself back to bed. Okay, I have been there many times and I can 100% relate. So what's going on here is we want to understand what's happening at a subconscious level. Okay, so anytime we have any level of doubt, worry, so doubts and worries are thoughts. And what happens with the doubts and worries, when we get emotionally involved with it, it becomes fear. And because we have never really been taught to express fear, how to deal with fear, how to process fear, or any of that kind of stuff, we tend to suppress it. And then what happens when we suppress it is that it literally sets up our body into a negative vibrational state. And this is a pattern. This is a loop and a pattern that we have been conditioned to live. And until we become aware of how to get out of it, you're constantly going to be in this pattern, and it's going to show up in every single area of your life. It's going to show up in your finances, in your business, in your marriage, in all of your relationships, in your relationship with yourself, right? It shows up everywhere. And then we live in this state of fear a lot. But then it's like, but I'm good during the day, right? She says, I'm happy and I'm positive during the day, but then I'm waking up and I can't sleep because I'm in a state of worry about finances and the stuff I didn't get done and right? So fear happens at a subconscious level. So consciously, it sounds like throughout the day, because you're awake and you're using your conscious mind, which is your thinking mind. So we're consciously being aware of how we're feeling, and we're making sure we're doing things that are holding us in a higher vibrational state during the day. But then what happens when we fall asleep is that our conscious part of our mind is gone, and we are literally sleeping from like a subconscious deep level, right? So that's when a lot of the buried down stuff that we've been burying, so throughout the day, you might have been like, okay, I'm going to stay really, really good, but I'm just going to ignore any negative stuff that's going on because I'm going to stay up here, but I'm just going to keep ignoring it. So you're suppress, right? And then during the night, you're like, bing! And you wake up, you're like, oh my gosh, like you're just in a state of chaos, right? So fear happens at a subconscious level, and it's happening in the background, like it's on autopilot, right? So we want to become aware of what exactly is going on. So one tip that I'll tell you is, the state that you fall asleep in is what you're going to wake up in. So if you go to bed and you're kind of thinking about all the stuff that you didn't get done, and like there's a level of like fear before you go to bed, then you're going to wake up in that, right? So a tip that I have for you is, go to bed on a high note. So go to bed and definitely celebrate what you did get done, and everything you didn't get done, get it on paper before bed. Get it out of you. So get it on paper before bed so that you have it for when you wake up and you know exactly what you need to do when you wake up. Okay. But tip number one, or step number, I'll go through a couple steps with you of what I do and what I always coach my clients to do. So always step number one is self-awareness. So we need to become aware of exactly what's going on. Okay. So step number one is awareness. That means catching yourself. So if you're waking up and you're in this state of worry and fear and stress and thinking about all the things that you didn't get done, it's about being like, nope. So catch yourself. Okay. I'm in fear. Doesn't feel good. I'm in fear, right? We know we're in fear when it doesn't feel good. And then step number two is to journal it out, to get yourself out of the rabbit hole. Because when you go down the rabbit hole, you cannot mentally get yourself out because you turn off the capacity to think. Okay. Because once it gets into your subconscious level and you're emotionally involved with the fear, you cannot think your way out of it. You cannot. So you need to journal this out to get yourself out of the rabbit hole. So you can have a journal beside you or get up. I mean, you're not sleeping anyways. Get up, go to your journal, go to a separate room, find yourself some peace and quiet. Start journaling out exactly what thoughts you're having. What am I thinking? What am I afraid of? What are the worries? Worries about the finances. Write it all out. Get it all out. Because what's happening is there's patterns of thought that you're stuck in. It's a cycle. So get that all out and then ask yourself, what are the emotions behind the thoughts? What am I feeling? So I'm feeling fear, but what else am I feeling? Am I feeling frustration that I didn't get what I wanted done today? Am I feeling defeat? Am I feeling anger? Am I feeling sadness? Am I feeling stress? Am I like, what am I feeling? So get out the feelings, very important here, the feeling behind the thoughts. Okay, so get that out of you. And then I would recommend to kind of like do like a clear cut of like, I'm going to clear out, because I mean, anything that's negative going on is not your own thoughts. It was handed over to you. It's been programmed into you by like like when you were little, right? So anytime we're in a fear, that's not you. That's not your truth. That's not who you really are. So we want to clear that out of our system. We want to clear that energy out of our system. So one way to do that is by getting it all out. And then just mentally saying to yourself, I release these thoughts that no longer serve me. I mean, if you want to do a burning ceremony in the middle of the night, you can totally do that too. That's always helpful. But the key thing here is that you can't just delete it out of your subconscious. You've got to replace it, right? So then you want to replace it with the truth. So if this isn't my truth, then what is my truth? My truth is that money and supply is infinite. The truth is that money comes to me through service. The truth is that I did the best I could today and I can do the rest tomorrow. And that, I mean, I can let go of these expectations that I have on myself. I can let go of being so darn hard on myself and honoring what I did get done, celebrating my what I did get done today or yesterday, right? So focus and replace with the truth and the positive thoughts. Very important. And then anchor that in through emotion. So how does that feel? Well, it feels like I know I'm good enough. It feels good. It feels better. It feels like I know it's coming. Like I'm abundant, right? You got to act as if you're already there where you want to be. So I'm already abundant. The money is coming. Just because I can't see it physically doesn't mean it's not here. Creation's already done. Nothing can be created. Nothing can be destroyed. Everything is energy. And I am the point of attraction based on my vibrational state. The other thing, step number 5, is to get yourself into a meditation. So if you wake up and you cannot go back to bed, so do all this stuff and then meditate, get into a state of meditation, put something in your ears that is replacing the negative thoughts with good ones, or it's a higher vibrational. And what I'll do is I'll literally put in a high frequency on YouTube, and I'll just listen to that while I'm drifting off to bed, because then it's getting my vibration, recalibrating me into a better state. So, and when we get into a meditation practice, we literally start to control our thoughts. We're controlling our mind. Your mind is like one big muscle. I mean, your mind is in every cell of your body, but you still need to get control over it. And that happens with time. It doesn't happen overnight. So you gotta be patient with yourself, give yourself grace, right? Very, very, very important. Okay, so that is my tips on how to stop the nighttime worries. Just a reminder that I am doing a workshop coming up on April 13th and 14th of how to break through your limits. So part of breaking through your limits is breaking through your fear. So this is all relevant to the workshop that I'm going to be running on April 13th and 14th. So make sure you get into that. I'm super pumped, and I hope you all have a great Monday. And definitely submit any questions that you have. If there's a certain area, certain topic that you want me to dive a little bit deeper on, a certain thing happening in your life or business that you need specific help on, definitely post in the group. Expand Your Minds, Expand Your Life, and or send me an email at kim@kimberlypitton.com. All right. Have a great day. Bye.